I get it.
Yeah, right? A lot of these are puns, actually. Like, half of the chapter names are puns.
We're still in Tomb of Tears.
We're gonna be here for a little while.
Aw, man.
Thank you. That's much better. Without my hanging men, I'm not much of a hanging tree.
It seems those monsters are attacking from the fallen tombstones.
Oh?
I've got to put the tombstones back together and seal those monsters in.
Oh? Why do I have to do that? Because game padding?
I'm just glad that the tree didn't ask you to hang out.
Come to my house, Jack. So we gotta do this to all these tombstones in the whole level. And every time we do it, we have to fight dudes. And I'm going to be speeding up through almost all of them because it's really the same thing every single time.
I just noticed that the skeletons have butts for heads.
They have butts for heads.
They are butt heads.
I guess they are buttish.
Look at that. They got a little crease.
Guess they do.
Man, cover that up.
You'll notice that we have one more strike in our repertoire because I upgraded the Soul Robber off screen. We used to only be able to hit twice, now we hit 3 times. And here's our new bad guy. It is, I think, a Troll King or something. I forget his name. We'll find out later.
There were trolls in the movie?
There is now.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a Cyclops, really. He looks like he only has one eye socket. You can take his club and bash dudes with it. It's pretty cool.
Okay, that's rad.
I like that. Except the camera zooms in every time you hit, so you end up not being able to see the guy you're hitting. Not super well implemented, that camera zoom. Oh, this music is so good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Harp.
And every time these guys disappear and run off, all the characters that aren't bad guys. But I thought I should talk to him again.
Put your spine into it, Jack. Those stones are heavy.
Yeah, don't help me at all. I'll do it. By myself. Because it's just these fucking...
Oh, these...
the blue ones.
Yeah, these are the bad ones, right? This is the one. These are tough ones, extra tough.
Yeah, they got the clubs.
They're extra
hit you with the
strength
clubs.
enemies.
They're extra annoying. They're Oogie-fied, Oogie mode skeletons. So they're the regular skeleton dudes, but more irritating and with more health, and now they have a stick to hit you with.
More irritating.
They have their own dude hitter.
How does that even work? Oh, he said something different. It wasn't Soul Robber, it was
War. Good God, y'all. So these are pumpkin bombs. You can take them with you on a merry little journey. But not forever.
I'm having fun. I don't know about you.
We're going to the rodeo, y'all. Very slowly, we're going to the rodeo. I love that. In the game, you can't really hear them because the fucking Halloween music starts so soon, so you can't hear that hilarious, like, whoa! Or the save point, Mr. Hyde going, "What's that?" Oh.
Oh.
Oof. They give you a lot of money, though, for killing those troll kings or whatever they're called. I don't know why that one guy spawned outside of the little retaining wall we're in.
Hey! I'm here! Am I late?
Wait for me! I can't get there. Oh, stop, ow.
Oh, you're attacking him straight through that wall. You are a hacker. That's what you're doing.
More effing dudes.
Get out of my effing way, you effing dudes.
All dudes, all the time. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. So you can't grab these guys with the Soul Robber. They're too heavy. Or at least you can't with this version of the Soul Robber. But you can turn him around and make him about face by using the Soul Robber. Which can be handy. But it doesn't damage them, so...
Handy.
They can also flinch if you throw guys at them, but not if you slam guys at them, I think. Which is really weird and dumb. So we're about to go into this little gravesite, but we're a little low on health, so I'm just gonna backtrack really quick.
Run!
And kill these dudes real quick because they drop green souls. And those give me health. And they respawn really quickly, so they're a good source of health here.
Soul Robber!
Soul Robber! So cute. Nope.
Oh, bullshit.
Nope. Not dealing with it now.
So you could just... Oh, I guess that's what you did. You farmed those guys. Just...
Yeah, you can if you want. So... This is our first Oogie-fied troll dude, troll king. And they're really a pain in the ass sometimes.
Man, he's hardcore.
They have like shock attacks with their club now that the other guys I don't think have. And I'll show them off, but for the parts that aren't important, there was one. For the parts that aren't important, I'm gonna speed up because it's all the same shit. Ooh, and he hit me on his backswing, motherfucker. And he hit me there. And he stunned me.
Wow. That's impressive.
So there is a stun effect in this game. And you can do that big, mash the ground and send an anime shockwave all the way across the room at you. Annoying! I don't know why they give you so many to fight. At a certain point I was like, are these gonna end, or what?
It seems kind of weird when they just introduced a new Oogified guy.
Troll skeleton, that's what they're called.
Ah.
And we got a figurine for fighting... God, how many was that? Like 8 of them? Or something? That was a lot of dudes. At least there wasn't like... They were all one at a time. They didn't like ambush me with 4 of them or something stupid.
I guess that's why they call it Tomb of Tears.
Because I'm crying. Look at that. I can't even lift this from this angle.
What are you doing?
Doing a little jig. Shimmy. Nope, can't do it from here. So there's really no reason to be in this little area besides going into that little hidden place and getting that little trophy. But I figured I should show it off because without that, the rest of the episode is just the same thing over and over and over and over again! So I figured I would show a slightly different thing that also wears out its welcome. Smack that booty.
You know, this game is a lot better if you imagine the Soul Robber is one of those like sticky green hands that you got out of like the quarter vending machine.
Ah. Be a really easy cosplay to do.
Really annoying one too if you keep hitting people with it. And yelling, Soul Robber!
Soul Robber! Oh, at least we don't have to listen to the Halloween song anymore.
Aw.
Ah, I love how they sound sped up. They're like, Hwah! Hwah!
Now this is a proper Disney.
They're like adorable. Annoying! The world's most annoying level besides this one that's later that you get to see later. I was gonna show this one because there's a fire skeleton here. And I managed to skillfully boomerang his boomerang back at him.
Oof.
Totally did that on purpose and not by accident, I'm sure. Skills.
The nightmare before backtracking.
Yeah. Nightmare before fetch quests. So yeah.
It's my favorite part about any game. Fetch quests and backtracking. And tingling my spine.
Why do people watch this LP? No.
Why do you watch this LP, people?
I don't know.
Sound off in the comments. Too.
Yeah, right? What are you doing with your life? Because I certainly am not quite sure myself.
Are you doing something while you're listening to this? Good for you.
I hope so. That's the only reason to watch this episode. If you're doing, like, if you're sewing,
Doing yard work,
embroidering something.
mowing the lawn.
I just wanted to show this because of how I juggle this guy and it doesn't do, like, any damage to him. I brutalized this guy and he's fine!
This is violent.
Look at this. He's fine. He's fine.
Flag this video on YouTube for violence.
What the hell? It looks like it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't really, does it? I had to hit him 3 times before he died. Jog all the way back to the hanging tree. Ah, so how was your day?
It's good. Got a lot of work done.
Yeah, me too. It was nice.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I did a fake yawn and now I'm actually gonna yawn.
Thank you so much, Jack. Now that you're here, Halloween Town will be back to its old self.
As boring as it was to begin with.
Good?
A woman singing from under the ground.
Ow, fucker!
Shit is sharp.
What's this? A paper plane from Sally.
Who is, of course, known for her paper planes?
Down that way lies the
Which she
underground
isn't
burial
at
chamber.
all.
The burial chamber?
Oh!
He is an anime. He
This
repeats
very
things
night,
back to people.
It's infested with spiders and cobwebs. How romantic.
That's it! That's where Sally must
I like
be.
the faces on the hanged men.
That's where Sally must be. Where all the girly shit is!
Clear time!
This one is bad.
Yes, man!
This episode is
bad.
bad. It's a bad episode.
It's bad.
Guys, I'm sorry this episode was so bad.
It's just bad. Can't get around it. It's just bad.
Oh, this game is bad a little bit. It's a little bad.
Just a little bit.
Thank you for enduring the most boring episode of an LP ever.
Now go sleep. You've earned it.
Yeah. If you haven't slept already through that episode.